Sean B. Stoller in the building. Do you feel me? What up, y'all, man? What's going on, man? You know, I've been thinking, right? We all go through what we go through, right? Whether it's in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Um, a partnership, you may have in a relationship, you may be dealing with somebody where y'all break up, get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? You might be with somebody where you may have had children together, and for some reason the relationship doesn't work out, but somehow y'all keep in contact. So the question is, can your past be your future? Do you feel me? We gonna get into it though, right? Can your past really be your future, man? They say a lot of people say, once you do something, you attempted something and it didn't work out, you don't never go back to that exact same thing again. But is it really that simple? Is it really that true? Because sometimes when you dealing with somebody and y'all break up, you get a divorce, you go through what you go through, right? And years down the line, can you really rekindle that spark? Or does that spark change because of now your today experiences? So even though this person, this thing is from the past, maybe from the experiences, those obstacles, those things, that life journey that you went upon, you finally got to a place where now that past, you know how to treat it now. You know how to keep things from going too far. You know what I mean? Because it's like when something is new to you, you want so much of it. You want it, you want it all the time. You feel me? It's like you can't let it go. You just have to be engulfed in that feeling, whatever that is, right? So that's why some people say, when if it was a relationship type situation, you was with somebody, let's say for 4 or 5 years, and it doesn't work out, y'all separate, don't see each other for years, man, for years. You go through what you go through. You may get married to someone after you leave this person. You might had children with somebody else, but years down the line, y'all link up again. And it didn't even have to be on no sneaky link. It didn't have to be none of that. Just, you feel me? Just life situations. You ran across they profile, or you seen them at the supermarket. You feel me? At some type of event. You may have went to your, go to a carnival and you happen to run into that person you haven't seen in years. And even though y'all may have broke up in bad situations on bad terms, it's been a long time. So, time heals a lot of pain. And also time also allow you to reflect on that relationship, on that past experience. And for the real ones, the ones who really tapped into themselves, a lot of time you can look at your past with this particular person, and now that you in the future, now you know how to treat those situations. You feel me? Because it's funny, right? Because when you think of a relationship in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, when you think back on those past relationships, a lot of times you could have avoided a lot of situations. You could have, you know what I mean? You could have like smooth things over, but because your ego got in the way, especially from a guy perspective, sometimes your ego get in the way. You know what I mean? You done finally start making money in life, and now you feeling your own sauce. You feel me? And it's like sometimes your past can be your future, but only if you can recognize what was done wrong in the past. Do you feel? Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe button. I'm Sean B. Stoll. All I bring to you is nothing but good game. So smash up the likes. You new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. Know what I mean? So yeah, man. Can your past be your future? You know, a lot of people be like, oh man, I never go back. Relationship, you know, you hear so many times people be like, man, I never go back to my past. That's the past. That's the reason why you in the past. That's why we not together, because you the past. You know, that sound hot. That sound good to say. But really, honestly speaking, sometimes that past can be a beautiful thing today. Because guess what? Depending on what that past is, right? Depending on what that experience was, because it's levels to this. I get that. But sometimes that past can be a beautiful future, because guess what? Depending on how that past was created, it's still some type of foundation there. And if you're familiar with my channel, I talk so much about energy. I personally believe when you get physically intimate with someone, your energy is forever with that person, vice versa. That's what I believe. I really feel like when you are intimate with an individual, right? I personally feel like your energies are forever connected, because it's a certain feeling you get when you see somebody from your past. Most people, I would say myself included, when you see certain people from your past and you had an intimate experience with them, it's a certain type of feeling that it's always there. And that's why I talk so much about, man, you got to protect your energy, man. You feel me? You can do what you do. That's your business, but that's just my opinion. That's how I operate. You have to protect your energy. And that also means with the physical touch, getting intimate with someone, sharing life experiences with someone, being with someone for a long period of time. Even if y'all separate, if you ever see that person again physically, it's a certain type of feeling you still got in your gut, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Do you feel me? Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe button, man. Can we talk that real talk tonight? Huh? Can we talk that real talk tonight? Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe, man. You feel me? I'm Sean B. Stoller. I told y'all, man, we gonna chop it up, man. Can your past be your future? Shout out to Wika, and who we got? Pepper Garcia. What's up? Big facts. Absolutely. Yeah. Your past can be your future, but not every past can be taken into the future. Absolutely. But like I keep saying, depending on how that situation became the past, depending on how that relationship became the past, it can be your future. You know, the beautiful thing about life, right? If you pay attention, if you really looking to better yourself, the good thing about being in the future, looking back on the past, you can see where you made the mistake. See, I'm the type of person, whether it's a friendship, relationship, even family situations, when I look back on bad situations, I really look at it from a point of, what did I do wrong in that situation? Before I put the blame on anybody else, as a grown man, that's one thing I recognize. Once I call it jumped off the porch. Once I jumped off the porch and became a grown man, I had to come to the realization with myself first to say, when it comes to bad situations I experienced or was a part of, I have to look at myself first before I can point my finger at anybody else. Because you can't say it's them. It's you when you don't look back at me. Do you feel me? Uh, I'm saying, man, come on now. Y'all feeling me tonight, man? We into it, man. We getting into it. But that's one thing, as a grown individual, you have to look at yourself first before you check anybody else and say, oh, this person did this wrong. This person did me wrong on that. This person. You know what you sound like to somebody listening to that? It's like, okay, hold up, man. You got all this to say about somebody else and what they didn't do. You know what the real question should be asked? What was your part in those wrong situations? Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? What was your part in those wrong situations? Yep, start with the man in the mirror. Absolutely. You got to look there first. Like I said, we talking grown folk conversation, you know? That's what I personally feel like. You got to check yourself first because a lot of times it's funny, right? It's like you can get into in my 20s when I got in an argument in a relationship, I'm so quick to respond. I'm so quick to be like, soon as somebody say something to me that I don't like, I try to quickly respond, come with a rebuttal just to snap back quick, just to say something because I know that you're checking me, but I don't like the fact that you pin, you're pointing me out. You know what I'm saying? So because you saying something I don't like, let me hurry up and give you a quick response just to try to hurt you or make you feel some type of way because you're making me feel some type of way. So me looking back on me on how my responses when I was younger, as a young adult, I can see where I made the mistakes because I wasn't listening. I heard you, but I wasn't listening to what you were really saying. I was so quick to respond. You feel me? I'm so quick to respond just to say something. Just because I know you coming at me, I gotta respond quick. That's how I was in my 20s. You feel me? Because for me, I'm a young adult. At that time, I was doing pretty well for myself even back then. You know what I'm saying? I bought my first house at 27. So it's like I was feeling like I was the man. You couldn't really tell me nothing. Da, da, da. Wait till I get my money right. Da, you can't tell me nothing, right? Do you feel me? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Am I kicking that for y'all tonight? Is y'all getting this good game tonight? Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe if you're new to my channel, man. Yeah. We just chopping it up tonight. Something when sometimes when you don't like something about somebody, it's a reflection of what you don't like about yourself. Ooh, Pepper Garcia. That's a good one. I like that. I had to even slow it down even more speaking it. My goodness, that's a good one, man. That is a good one. I gotta let me throw that one on there. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk right there. That's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look back on a lot of situations, especially in a relationship, a lot of times you still fighting yourself because when you a young adult, as I have gotten older and I'm still getting older and still learning, I'm starting to recognize a lot of times when you a young adult, you still fighting the younger you, meaning you just got out of high school. You just may have moved out of your parents' house. You may have went to college. You might have just graduated, but you still kind of like in that gray area. You still kind of like, okay, I'm a young adult. I, I still got the young mentality, but I want to be treated as a grown individual. So you're fighting yourself. You fighting a younger you and you're trying to find the new you as a brand new adult, as a grown adult. You feel me? So it's like when you're in a relationship, it's kind of like it's not like you looking for most people, they're not looking for somebody to date or be in a relationship with where you feel like somebody's talking to you like they are your parent. But in a way, a lot of us, even myself included, when I look back on me, I was quick to respond only because I'm so used to my mom speaking to me a certain way. You feel me? I'm looking at it when I'm looking at When I'm dealing with a woman or something, I'm trying to think about how I would have responded if I was still at my parents' house, but then I'm a young adult. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like you teeter tottering your youth and your young adulthood until you find that happy medium for yourself. And that's the hardest thing as a young adult. That's why they say young and dumb. I don't call it young and dumb now that I'm older. It's just you fighting the younger you as you building yourself, being a grown individual at that time. Do you feel me? You know what I mean? So smash that like, man. Hit them likes, hit that subscribe, share the channel. Who bringing y'all the sauce like this, man? I told you, man. If y'all ain't subscribed to my channel, you doing a disservice to yourself right now. You feel me? Because when I get on this mic, man, I try to bring something a little bit different than what you used to. The conversations is a little bit more personal than what most people are comfortable speaking on. Come on now. Do you feel me? Hey, now, hold up. But really, though, can your past be your future? Now, let's be honest here. That past can be your future, but there's a few things that you have to come to the realization in. You have to come to the realization to recognize, for one, what you did wrong the first time. Yeah. And guess what? You may have to deal with some of those same situations that you was unable or unsuccessful to handle back then. But guess what's happening today? Today it has evolved. So hopefully, if you're a good communicator today, hopefully you're able to control your emotions today. When you come across those same similar situations, when you come across those same obstacles, now with the life experience behind you, now you able to recognize, okay, I'm getting mad right now. Why am I getting mad? Why is this irritating me? See, those are the things that you have to recognize in yourself. For you to me to have any type of successful relationship in general, I'm speaking, you have to be the one to control how you respond to things. Because regardless if you're dealing with a relationship when you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on, a lot of times, even though you in a new situation, you still going to have those same situations. But the difference is how you respond today, knowing what didn't work for you in the past. Do you feel me? Yeah, yeah. Because you'll be in that new relationship like, oh, this is totally different until it's not. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm dealing with somebody now. They don't talk to me like that. Okay. Well, now you have to deal with a new reality. Because yeah, they may not talk to you you were dealing with an individual in your previous relationship, but their communication and love making and how they articulate themselves to you. Now you have to learn a new pattern, a new energy. And you have to be able to recognize who you are today. And in a relationship, you want to make sure that you are communicating yourself as well and a lot better than what you did in the past. Let's say that. Because if you were so great in the past, why are you in a new relationship today? Do you feel? Hey now. Hey now. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But, you know, I definitely think that it's a lot, man. And it's not easy. Life is not easy. Relationships are not easy. Having kids, going through the growing pain of raising children or a child, it can be very challenging. And then you have a partner that you expect to be there. Because, in my opinion, I don't think anyone is looking to have a child with someone and say, oh, I want to be a single dad. Oh, I want to be a single mother. I don't think it originally starts out that way. Now, of course, are there different situations, of course. How kids are, how kids are raised and conceived, absolutely. But what I'm saying is in general, right? Anybody that's having a baby, you're not automatically assuming their partner is not going to be there, you know? So it's like, how do you go from that mentality to all my single ladies? Put my hands up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of times, a lot of situations, a lot of relationships could have been saved back then, but a lot of times you can't save it the first time around. For the lucky ones, absolutely. You're able to find a way, you find a way to keep coming back to each other and figuring out and keep building with each other. A lot of times everybody don't get that opportunity because at the same time, as a young person, as a young adult, as a young, you know what I'm saying, uh, uh upcoming successful individual, we all have our ways, and you're still learning yourself. I don't care if you're successful in your 20s, you still learning yourself because guess what? This is a new norm for you. You know what I mean? And then you have to add life, happening. You know what I'm saying? If you add children into that, you add other obligations, other commitments you have to do or be responsible for. That can change somebody. I know it all the time. I got a lot of people, a lot of guys I work with where in a relationship with a partner at the beginning before they have children, it's like they have a great relationship. Then once the children happen, once they get married, once they buy a house, they have all these expenses. People don't talk about the finances. Even if you're making good money, it's still a stress factor that comes with that. Now, what happens in that stress factor? Now we're going to find out what you're made of. Now we're going to see how do you handle that pressure cooker. Everybody responds and reaction is different. Some people are delayed with their reactions. You know what I'm saying? Some people are quick, they quick on it. But all of that affects your relationship. And that's why I'm saying, usually when you're doing it the first time, even if you make it through, were you able to get an understanding in that process? A lot of us don't. And that's why they say young and dumb because yeah, you still may be successful, but you wasn't paying attention to the signs in the road. You wasn't looking at, you know, the way you was doing it. You could have done it maybe a little bit smoother, but were you mentally able to respond in a way that you really truly needed to at that time? And so what happens, something is lost in translation. Something is lost in the relationship. Something happened to the relationship in this process. Do you feel me? Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard too. It's really hard. That's why sometimes separation is necessary. Sometimes some people don't want to admit it. A divorce is necessary. Sometimes you going through what you have to go through in the court system with your, significant other or, you know what I mean, your child, your father's, the mother of your child, the father of your children. Sometimes you have to separate and split and go different ways because that's part of your journey. Everybody journey is different. Everybody understanding is different. So, how you treat your process and how you come to your understanding, sometimes you can look back on things and be like, man, I could have treated this situation a whole lot better. I could have massaged this relationship a whole lot better. I could have responded to things in a different tone. Because sometimes it's not what you say, but what? How you say it. That can make a real big difference. Because see, what happens is the tone that you use, some people have trauma from childhood, how their parents spoke to them. As a young adult, that's one thing I hated. I didn't like people getting loud with me, especially my partner, because it made me feel like what? My mom was yelling at me, telling me something I was doing wrong. So as a young adult, I didn't like women yelling at me. You feel me? I cut the relationship off quick. Me thinking that was a cool thing to do, but really it was some childhood trauma that I didn't deal with at a young age. It was some things that was affecting me, and I did not know how to articulate myself well enough for me to tell you what my true issue was. Now, of course, I still today don't want nobody yelling at me. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is my respond and how I explain myself is definitely on a it's on a whole nother level. And I'm able to get you to at least understand where I'm coming from. And sometimes that's all a relationship needs. It's just good communication. You can do all the penetration you want, but if you only offering penetration, what are you doing for the mind stimulation? Do you feel me? Just saying, y'all. Just saying, man. You feel me? Just saying, man. Okay, would you say, Pepper? Get a big head. Get to big head. Oh, wait, hold up. Get to big head. Don't want to take the time to slow down and think or listen. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Oh, getting a big head. Don't want to tell. Okay, yeah. Don't. Okay, you getting a big head. Don't want to slow down and think or listen when you're young. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah. You big headed. You know what I'm saying. You're not trying to listen to no one or slow down or pay attention to what how you saying things and how you listening. Yeah, that's a big one. Because think about it. When you young, you know what I'm saying? You hyped up about life. You so excited because everything is fresh and new. You know what I'm saying? When you a young adult and you get that first big bag in life, man, I know what that feeling's like, man. And it is a life adjustment. That's why, you know, it's important as you coming up, if you can, or if you blessed with, to have different type of people around you, different financial brackets around you. That's what's important. You know what I'm saying? That's what's really important because when you start to elevate in life, man, one thing I can say where I was having a problem with is that I didn't have nobody really to talk to in the sense of I'm a young adult, young in my 20s. I'm out here popping. You know what I mean? I was really feeling my own sauce. There wasn't too many people I can really talk to that I felt that was kind of like relatable to my situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't believe in each when a child is born, they need both parents. They really do. You know what I'm saying? A child need both parents because they need two different mindsets and they need two different ways of thinking for them to kind of help balance that child mind. You know what I mean? I definitely think it's a purpose for the man and a woman because a man is going to offer a certain type of way of thinking and energy. And a woman, of course, is going to offer something different as well. Now, they both come together to make the union, but the dad is the dad and the mom is the mom. Do you feel me? Come on now. This thing get real complex, man. And and what I'm saying is it's just that sometimes it just is it's not something you can easily quick fix, and sometimes a breakup is necessary. A split is necessary only for you to have a great tomorrow. Do you feel me? Like I said, a breakup is necessary, a split is necessary only to have a great tomorrow. Do you feel me? Woo! Come on, man. Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe, share the channel. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? And it's like, you never know, man. Now, of course, not everybody past is going to be the same. Absolutely not. But for those relationships that can be salvaged, for those relationships that people are willing to try again, just know there is a chance. Because if you have a long history with a person, your energy will be forever connected. That's what I think. Your energy will be forever connected. That's why I always talk about protecting your energy and don't share it with everybody. Because a piece of you, in my opinion, go into every relationship that you have. That's what I truly believe. A piece of you goes with them. Because what happens is you have certain life experiences that will morph you to a degree. You know what I mean? You could be dealing with somebody and the relationship can be so horrible or even good where if that relationship ends, now you looking for the next good. Now you dealing with the trauma from that bad relationship that's going to linger into your new relationship. That's part of that energy that you have received, and now you're going to dish out in your next situation, whether you recognize it or not. So you got to protect that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that happen to most of us, or really all of us. There's certain things you're going to go through in life where you're never going to forget certain events that happen to you in life. And it doesn't have to be something horrible, it can be something good, but you're going to always remember that feeling. And that's what you're going to be chasing the rest of your life. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. So you gotta learn to protect it, man. You don't have to believe Sean B. Stoller. You don't have to believe me. But trust and believe in due time, you will feel me. You know what I'm saying? You will feel me. Once you go through enough life situations, you're gonna be like, man, partner dude was trying to tell me. You feel me? Sean B. Stoller was trying to tell you, man. You gotta protect it. And you can't give it out to everybody if it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Because once it's gone, it's gone. You can't bring it back. So be careful with it, man. Guard it with your life. You feel me? But it could be a good thing as well. A lot of times, the past helps massage your future. Sometimes the past is that motivation that you need for your future. Meaning, if you had humble beginnings and as a young child, you know what I'm saying? You probably grew up, with very limited resources to where when you become a young adult, now you have access to all these different type of resources. And if you have, if you really about that hustle life, now you see that, man, I finally got the opportunity. Let me show and prove. Let me do all the things that I couldn't do back then. Now I'm able to now. Because most of us, especially people that think similar to me, is that all I want is the opportunity. I'm not looking for handouts. I just need for you to give me a fair shake and a fair chance. That's it. Everything else, move, get out the way. You feel me? I just need the opportunity. I just need the information. You know what I'm saying? But most of us, that's how we feel. I don't necessarily need you to walk me through every single step, but at least give me the basic understanding and I'll build upon that. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, unfortunately, don't get that opportunity. And life get to lifing, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometime in the past, it's a beautiful thing because for the most part, that past, you had enough time to recognize the issues that really destroyed the past situation. And now that you have a second chance at it, a second crack at it, a second opportunity at it, now you able to rectify the mistakes that you did when you were younger. Now you know how to talk. Then you know what I'm saying? To communicate on a higher level to where's yeah, you may have some of the same issues, but how you respond. You know what I mean? How you articulate yourself means everything. And sometimes that's all a situation needs. Some people, just want to hear those words from you. They just need to be secure around you. But it all starts with you on how you respond. You feel me? So your past can be your future. Do you feel me? You know? But sometimes that past need to stay in the past. You know what I mean? Because every situation is different. Not every situation is the same. Absolutely not. You feel me? And so sometimes the past is still the past because there's certain things in a relationship not everybody is going to accept, you know? And sometimes just because you want something so bad doesn't mean that it's really meant for you. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely one of them, Just because you feel like, "Oh man, I can fix this now." But who said that the other person want to be fixed or feel like they want to give you a second chance? That's the reality you have to deal with. Cuz sometimes you can do everything right, but it's still not enough. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Not every story is a happy ending. I'm sorry. That's not real life. You know what I mean? Well, smash up them likes, hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Oh man, it was good too. Some of the fruit snacks, they kind of popping. But yeah, just know, unfortunately, just because you want something, just because you have a better understanding today, that doesn't neglect the things that you did wrong in the past. You know what I'm saying? Sometime that past has to be the future in the sense of that past can't be changed. So even though you want something that bad, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that it's truly meant to be. That's the realization some people have to accept. You may not like it, but that's the reality. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about life, man. You can want something so bad, but it's not really meant for you. You can put in so much effort to something to where you feel like, man, I can't let this end the way it did. But no matter what you do, you can't bring that back. That flame, once that flame go out for some people, it's not something they can just easily reverse or rekindle. You know what I'm saying? And it's like maybe it was something that you did in that relationship during that time where it was so much pain that was given out to where a person just feel like I don't even want to attempt this again. I don't think that this is even something that I would want to fix, you know? So when I say that, your past is your future, well, sometime that past in the setting of what it is to currently today is the future. Meaning, once that relationship ended, that was the future of you and that relationship being the end. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. I appreciate it. You know? And it's like, even though you want something so bad and you feel like, oh man, now I know how to treat it. Man, now I know how to respond now. Man, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know what really gets up under this person's skin, so I know what not to do anymore. That's cool that you know that, but that doesn't mean that that person wants you back. You know what I mean? Sometimes what was is no longer what it could be. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes what it was is what, you know what I mean? There's just no way you can get that back. And you have to be okay with that. You have to accept the fact that even though you're in a better place, even though, you're able to advance in life, achieve things, go above and beyond the average, it doesn't mean that just because you've done all these things correctly now doesn't mean that that past want to be your future. Do you feel me? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, y'all. I got to give you both sides of the coin. We can't make all this look good all the time. Sometimes you can do everything right, but it's still not enough. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. But, I say this to anybody, man. Just keep living, man. You never know how life goes. You never know who may come back into the picture or who new may come into the picture. The goal is for you to keep living, keep believing, and keep grinding. Continue putting yourself in position for you and yours, and not allow for your energy, you know what I mean, your aura to be changed for anyone, you know. So I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, you know, because it's like, life is hard, man. Life gets real difficult. And sometimes you got to just push through it and allow yourself to grow through whatever trauma or pain that you have maybe went through. You have to use that for motivation. A lot of times I personally feel like even if that situation doesn't work out, you have to look at the good parts of that situation and find a way to help motivate yourself because of that. You know, but it take work, man. And nobody said this life was easy. You feel me? Nobody said the road was going to be the easiest cakewalk you ever had. Absolutely not. We all fighting to a degree to get in a certain position. You know, you know. So just wanted to come on here and kick that for y'all, man. And just know, man, a lot of times life, no matter how complicated some people try to make it, even yourself, it always come back to the basic things. And that's great communication, understanding, flexibility, and understanding of self. You know, I feel like though all those things are very important. All those ingredients are very important. You know, and it's like we all go through things. We all have things that hinder us, you know? So I'm just saying now. Man, I gotta say these little fruit snack things is popping though. I had a long day, chat. Long day tonight. Very busy at work. Had a lot of stuff to do. It don't stop. Man, shout out to all my hustlers out there that's really getting to that bag, regardless what's going on. You hear what's going on with the White House and Trump. I talked about them. I haven't done a live about them in about a week or so. I said I want to switch it up, y'all. Well, we got back into topics that I normally do. Well, every once in a while you know, you gotta bring in here different type of content, man. That's what we do over here. Keep it popping. But even with that, right? Even with the fact that I work a lot of hours, right? When I was younger and I worked a lot of hours, I wasn't considerate with how that affects a person I'm dating or having, a relationship with. And that took me a long time to really recognize that. You know what I mean? I was just so busy trying to get to that bag. You know what I mean? Especially, when you start working somewhere where they pay you pretty well. For those of us that come from very humble beginnings, once you feel like you kind of hit a lick in a way, and you finally in a position where you really like clocking them dollars. Sometimes some of us get drunk off that, the little bit of power that you get for making, more than the average. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a certain type of feeling that you get, and you never want that feeling to go away. They talk about, people using drugs. Sometimes money is the drug. Sometimes the motivation is the drug. You feel me? Sometimes your mental state is the drug because you remember what that struggle felt like. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I talk so much about, you got to learn to protect your energy and continuously try to better yourself or get in a better position for yourself, you know? So I'm just saying, y'all. Smash up them likes, hit that subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'm Sean B. Stoll. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, hopefully some type of inspiration. But smash up them likes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? You know? So we almost an hour in here. Go for a little bit longer. Oh man, I'm feeling it though. See, that's why I say, man, I can't stop giving it up to the hustlers, man, because I just did, I think I worked about what, 50, maybe about 55 hours. And I'm still going into work tomorrow for a few hours. And the hustle don't quit, y'all. Shout out to the real hustlers in life in a legitimate way, really getting after that bag, man. Don't never stop doing that. I can't stress that enough, man. Things are going to happen in life. You just have to be, available and able. You feel me? That's the key. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So your past could be a beautiful thing for the future, but you first need to recognize what that past was. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to shut this down, y'all. I'm over here about to fall asleep. You feel me? But I'm gonna come back live tomorrow. I'll be live every day this weekend. So that's why it's important for y'all to smash up them likes, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and share this as well. Um, and I'll be dropping content every day. Maybe on Sunday I might do a double stream or something in the morning, and later on in the evening I'm probably go live again. So just know. So I want to thank y'all for watching this live tonight. Shout out to a few people in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really came through for me tonight, you know. And I will be back tomorrow. If I don't do a stream tomorrow morning, definitely later on in the evening, I will be back. And Sunday, I'm go live early morning and back later on that evening because Monday is a holiday. So yeah, I'll be streaming actually every day, including Monday. I just thought about it. Monday is a holiday, so hello, y'all got Sean B. Stoll all weekend and on Monday, y'all. So we're gonna get this thing cracking, keep it active. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. So once this live is over, make sure you hit that live tab, go through my videos. You can find some good videos in there because I constantly drop over here, and even in my video section, I got some good stuff there as well. So, want to thank y'all, man, for watching this. I'm Sean B. Stoll. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Take care.